Greetings, everybody. My name is Sonic, and I'm here today bringing you some Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue action. Now, great show. Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue came out, if I remember correctly, 1999. Greetings, everybody. My name is Sonic, and I'm here today bringing you some Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue action. Now, great show. Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue came out, if I remember correctly, 1999, if I remember correctly, and we're going to be playing on easy mode for our any percent run. And as an any percent run, the greatest thing that we can do is use a cheat code. And there's only one cheat code we are able to use, but which is already activated already, which is for the Titanium Ranger. So if you were to type in the code Ultimate, you would be able to unlock the Titanium Ranger. The great thing about the Titanium Ranger is that he is not only the strongest character in this game, and also the fastest, and actually consumes a very healthy amount of energy, I should say, is that he's the first American-made Power Ranger within the Power Rangers series. And if we take a look at his character, it definitely pays homage not only to his Super Sentai counterpart Go-Go 5, but also pays homage to Turbo Ranger as well. So Go-Go 5 is with the helmet, the visor is a V, and with the rest of his suit it does represent Turbo Ranger. So we are going to start in a few seconds just to make sure we are up and ready and good to go. And so with that said, let's get started in 3, in 2, and in 1. Let's do this. And of course, you know, as a Lightspeed Rescue Ranger, the first thing that we have to do is Operation Lightspeed. And with Operation Lightspeed, with this game in general, we have to, save the world, save the life with the use of the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers and stop Queen Bansheera and her, villains of demons and batlins, which are these, mooks of the season with the, saving the world. And we also gotta save hostages that are clearly panicking, but remember, don't panic. Uh-oh, there we go. Almost had a moment. Almost fell. And of course you can fall because, well, you're a Power Ranger. You're not invincible. But we're gonna fight these batlins, and we're gonna make sure that, well, some of them they're not gonna pop up. We're not gonna fight them. While other ones we're just gonna have to fight. And we're also gonna collect some jewels and also do specific things within these stages. And so right now we're primarily just fighting some batlins, and we are going to get ready to come up to our mini boss. And apparently some of the batlins like to dodge and move out the way, but that's totally fine. Like that one just wanted to roll around at the speed of sound. But we're gonna grab our Power Ranger Bolt, which is our invincibility, and we're gonna fight our first mini boss, Shockatron. And the great thing with this is that we can, if we can get around him, we can actually stun lock. And as you can see, with not only that the villains can stun lock you, so can, as we can stun lock the villains, so can the villains. They can actually stun lock us. And so we're going to the ground floor, getting ready to go into the basement, and get to our actual boss. So we have one more hostage. We gotta fight a couple more batlins in a group, and we are gonna actually get over to them. There we go. We're gonna grab some health as well, which of course boosts our health up. And we got our last boss. We got our last hostage. And you kind of notice that we're filling up this particular meter with these jewels. And I'll go ahead and talk about why is that so important in a moment. But we are finally here at our boss, which is Vipra. Vipra is a character a lot of people don't like in this in the series as a whole, mainly because of the actress that plays her. But it was her first time actually acting in, you know, a TV show. So I'm not gonna knock her for that. And there we go. If I can get knocked down, that would be really nice. And we're gonna use our ground pound right there. And we're going to hopefully, well, gonna do it, but oh, almost had it. There we go.
What's up?
So we finally defeated our first boss, and we've got that out the way. But of course now, we gotta use teamwork. Because as a Power Ranger, you gotta work as a team. And of course with us, the teamwork portion is the Green Ranger just drops us off like we're a kid going to our school day. So we got dropped off, we gotta save the hostages, and we gotta stop this dam from being destroyed by destroying spikes as well. And I've realized these Batlins really like to roll around right now. So we're gonna actually hop around and grab this hostage. Remember, don't panic. And we are going to get that one out the way. We're gonna get that one. And we're gonna hopefully not trigger the mini boss here. There we go. Did not trigger the mini boss. That's good. There we go. And there's our mini boss, Smogger. So the great thing we can do, which I'm trying to get this set up, is that we can actually kick him off the stage. There we go. Well, he didn't fall off. He was supposed to, but he didn't. But hey, we destroyed the first spike, and we can avoid the Batlins. We destroyed the second spike right there. And actually the kicks work out for it just because of the hitbox for it. So that's 3 spikes destroyed, mini boss gone, and we're gonna destroy number 4 and number 5 right here. And I'm gonna ask people, well, what was your favorite Power Ranger season out of curiosity? Of course, I can just say mine right now. It is Lightspeed Rescue. And I would like to get away from the Steam, because yes, the Steam actually does hurt you. Maybe you like some of the classic Saban era stuff. Maybe you are a fan of the Disney stuff. Maybe you're a person that actually likes Super Mega Force. Really interesting to hear what people think about that. So we also have to get to these last two. Hostages, which are on bridges, because they got themselves stuck, and well, we gotta save them. Oh, and I fell off. So we grab one. We gotta unlock the second bridge real quick. And we're gonna do that right now. And they usually will come up towards you, but sadly they did not. And we are going to go after our last hostage, I should say, by going on the second bridge. And as you kind of notice, this game does have a little bit of jank. Won't lie about that. It does definitely have some jank to it.
Ranger,
And of course, we got to fight Loki, not Loki, Loki. And of course, the great perk is we can kick them off the stage, which actually was really helpful right there. Okay, so some people say like, oh, the first one they saw was MMPR. So definitely, if you only saw MMPR, you're missing out on some really good stuff right there. And with the mini boss, well, with our Megazord battle, we're going to be using the Supertrain Megazord. If this was 2-player, we will be using the Supertrain and Omega Megazord, which actually is a really cool name for a Zord. And so, all we got to do is stun lock, which that helped out. That was no problem. But we do lose a little bit of time just with the poses that they do, because yeah, with the Megazords, they do their poses. And remember the Supertrain we just used?
Ranger, we've got
It just got hijacked.
Lightspeed.
Jinxer and the Batlins, they've taken it over. They don't got tickets for this train. Time to kick them off. And the great perk with this is, well, we can actually we're gonna do some U-turns and we're gonna kick Jinxer off. We can literally kick them off so we can jump right across.
Let's go to work.
So that worked out for us. And I could definitely say Rail Rescue has, for me personally, like the best music. And it just gives that intensity to the game and everything. But back to one thing I was going to talk about earlier was, well, what is the purpose of these jewels? So the jewels that I've been picking up have been specifically to build up your meter. This meter actually is used for the special abilities that the Rangers have. So if you press R2, you, like for the Titanium Ranger and the Green Ranger, you get this ground pound, which is actually very useful for the speedrun itself because it's a 360 area of effect. And I will say with the, if I remember correctly, with the blue and the Red Ranger, with the blue and red ranger, I'm sorry. So with the blue and red ranger, they have this hyper beam move, which isn't really helpful. It just goes in one straight direction. And then last but not least, with pink and yellow, they have this like spinning bird kick like from Street Fighter Chun-Li. So that definitely is interesting. And now we're on our second train, and we're just gonna do these U-turns. And we're just trying to make sure he doesn't get a chance to actually fight back.
Let's go to work.
And now we're on the last train.
Yes.
And there we go. We're gonna fight him. We're gonna try to kick him off. And when in doubt, if I have to, we're gonna use that lovely old power meter. Oh, that didn't work.
Awesome. Right.
There we go.
We rock.
So if you remember when you were a kid, remember the floor is lava? Well, that's what we're playing right now. We're trying to save the hostages strictly on this one, except for the ones that just fell on the floor, or fell in the lava. So can't save that one.
All right.
And you're gonna hear "Don't Panic" a lot. And we also have meteors that home in on you. So definitely took a hit right there, but we're not gonna panic.
Don't panic.
Thank you.
So that's our real big point of this stage right here, is that we are going to just focus on the hostages. And so while that's happening, we're not panicking. Definitely we'll talk about Ryan Mitchell, our Titanium Ranger. He's a very unique Ranger, as I said earlier, because he is the first American-made Ranger within the Power Rangers universe. So yes, before the Spirit Rangers, the Power Rangers, Jungle Fury, or even the Phantom Ranger, well, Phantom Ranger was from Car Ranger, the Titanium Ranger. His story is actually quite interesting because we have this storyline of him coming back as an evil Ranger, and during, well, a good chunk of his life, he was not there because of, well, being, you know, captured by Diabolica, which we'll be fighting in this stage. And when he was younger, he definitely got captured because they were about to be in a car accident, like Captain Mitchell and his sister Dana. And in order, Captain Mitchell tried to save Dana. It worked, but he was about to lose Ryan. Diabolica came in and was like, well, I'll save your kid, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to take him first. I'm going to train him. And when he comes back, he's going to be a nuisance. He's going to be a problem for you guys. And honestly, that was a very lucky going across the lava. And so he did come back, took the Titanium Morpher from the Rangers, and became a evil Titanium Ranger. He also has a good storyline where he has a Cobra tattoo. And because he betrayed Diabolico, he basically put a Cobra tattoo on him, and it was like, well, every time you morph, the Cobra tattoo is going to keep going up your back. The more you morph, the higher chances of you are to being destroyed. Oh look, and there's Diabolico. This is for the Cobra tattoo you put onto us, and we're going to kick him off the stage. But he is definitely more of a nuisance.
We rock.
And that was actually really quick. So with the Supertrain Megazord, time for Lightspeed Rescue, aka Megazord Battle number 2. We're going to do the same thing that we've done before. We're going to just do a stun lock with just the punches. We're not trying to initiate a combo. We're going to just keep punching them. And yeah, sometimes they're going to, try to sweep the leg like this is, Cobra Kai. Or I should really say Karate Kid. I really should be saying that. And that was actually one of the faster poses that we can get from the Megazords. And remember, as a Power Ranger, safety first.
It is essential that you.
We got fuel cells to pick up, or I should say fuel rods. We got fuel rods to pick up, and we got hostages to pick up. We're gonna be avoiding a lot of the fights here, and you might see me just kick one of the Batlins away, just so that we don't have to worry about them.
Wow.
And we're just gonna keep moving forward. And yeah, sometimes they'll even chase you. I was hoping that one would just ram right into the water, but sometimes I've never seen that happen before.
Wow.
And there's our fuel rod. We're gonna kick this one out the way. We're gonna kick. We're gonna run. We're gonna kick, and we're gonna jump, jump, jump.
Wow.
So that was at this point about three fuel rods. And we are about to get into our mini boss of Strikenin.
Let's do it.
So yes, we have another electric-based villain. Okay, I would like for you to fall into the water. Well, that didn't work out so well as I planned. That's fine. Or to anybody else watching, what do you think was the worst season of Power Rangers was? Very curious on what you will say. I personally feel that, with Operation Overdrive, I'm like, I can kind of forgive that a little bit, but Megaforce and Super Megaforce, I'm like, not really feeling it as much. Like, especially, it was definitely because of it being an anniversary season, in my opinion, that really kind of, made it feel so lackluster. So now we have one hostage and one fuel rod left to pick up. We're not going to worry about the jewel, that's the purple jewel, which actually maxes out your energy.
Thank you.
And we're gonna try to get out of here as fast as we can, because some of them Batlins do like to chase you, and I've only had one of them actually run up to the elevator on you as well. And it's time for our mini boss, or I should say our boss right now, Olympius, which is the son of Queen Bansheera. And we're gonna do a stun lock. Nope. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it.
Right.
And actually, that was pretty good. I wasn't expecting that jump to happen. Turbo. Somebody said Turbo. I kind of give Turbo a little bit of, I do see why people dislike Turbo, mainly for one reason alone. Is that, yeah, you're taking the comedy Sentai, I should say, a comedy Sentai Car Ranger, and make it serious with Turbo. I mean, the movie was good. I'm not gonna lie, the movie was really good. And of course, we got more sweeping of the leg. And we're gonna get up close and personal. There we go. And once again, that is definitely the longest one of these. This is definitely the longest. That was definitely the longest of the bunch of poses. But now we're on to our last stage, Lightspeed Rescue.
Ranger! This
Queen Bansheera definitely is not happy with losing about 5 times. You know, with also 3 Megazord battles, so that's about 8 times already. Losing multiple minions, losing her son in the process, and also her generals and other people in her little army. Time to take the fight straight to the Power Rangers Aqua base. And so we got to save some scientists. We have to save Miss Fairweather, who is our, I would say, our tech specialist of the season, and also save Captain Mitchell, who is our mentor of the season. So we just saved Miss Fairweather, and now it's time to save Captain Mitchell, which is actually Ryan's dad.
Take me to security's main terminal.
And will we get blocked? Yeah, we actually got blocked just a little bit. But that's totally fine. I would definitely say avoid that. Definitely avoid that purple gem right there. That is a trap, because you will be locked into a certain... You will be locked in there fighting some extra batlins, which is unnecessary. Here's our first scientist. And it actually pays homage to Go-Go 5 with Mr. Okinawa, if I remember correctly. And he's the mentor of the Go-Go 5 of the QQ Sentai Go-Go 5 team. And is actually the dad of all 5 members of the Go-Go 5 team. And you can kind of tell this game is a little janky, but that's fine. It has that good old PlayStation 1 2000 jank. Oh, and I remember I made a mistake. This show actually came out in 2000. Now I got that correct. Definitely would like to not hug the wall right there, which sometimes that can happen. But there are multiple games under the Power Ranger Lightspeed Rescue moniker. There's the PlayStation 1 game, the Game Boy Color game, and the Nintendo 64 game. Definitely will say avoid the Nintendo 64 game at all costs. It is not good whatsoever. And there's a bunch of videos on it just making fun of that game in particular, because it is definitely a slog to play through. So hopefully we can get him into a stun lock, and almost had him. Ah, so close. Definitely trying to get him. Nope. Oh, he actually is moving around a lot more. So really how the stun lock is supposed to work is that you are directly behind the character, and basically you're hitting them, not initiating a combo, but you're just tapping the X button to basically just lock them into place. But we have saved, the last scientist. Now we actually gotta go save Captain Mitchell and get out of the Aqua base. And once again, we don't have to fight every battling, which has been rather helpful for all of us with this game. So I'm definitely hoping we can get the, I hope we definitely can get the, what's the word I'm looking for? The stun lock on the final boss. And oh look, there was Captain Mitchell. We saved him, and we're gonna actually take out most of the batlins here, just so that we don't have to worry about them fighting us when we're fighting the final boss. And there we go. So we're at full health, we got a full meter, and we're going to use that meter just for emergency purposes. And once we hit this final switch, Murmurtron will pop up, and it's time for the final showdown. But we're also going to get rid of this batlin right here, so we don't have to worry about it. Up. Let me get behind. Let's try it again. Okay, we're gonna go for one more time. There we go. Almost had it. And we're going to just use the meter, and time is coming up once we go through the portal. And so time is coming up right now. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue for the PlayStation 1. And of course, if you're playing on normal or hard mode, well, you're going to have an extra stage. You're going to have a boss rush, and you're also going to have one more Megazord battle against Queen Bansheera. Survival bonus was really good. We had all of our lives, and that's how we play the game. I will definitely say this is a fun game to play. Definitely, we want to get more people into the community for Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Myself and Line, the Order, we are the 2 active runners of the game. I currently have the world record for the game as a 2056. I'm sorry, as a 2056 time, and definitely would love to see more people playing this game. This is on the PlayStation 1, and definitely, if you have questions about the game, you can definitely ask me about it. You can follow me on Twitter at proto_sonic720, and definitely, we don't have a Discord for it yet. We definitely don't have a Discord. We will like to do one, but with time and everything, it just happens. We don't have enough time for it. And I'm going to make this obscure for the Obscura Marathon. I generally do that, like just make the player 1 name in the entry the name of the marathon. And there we go. Also, we have a podcast as well, That Other Toku Podcast. If you want to hear about tokusatsu related information and news, you can follow on That Other Toku Podcast from your podcast and distribution, whether it's Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast needs from. Also have a Twitter for that, at That Toku. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and checking out Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Definitely enjoy the next game that is coming up, and enjoy the rest of the marathon.